My name is Tempest and today's video will focus on automatic thoughts. An automatic thought is immediate and often unconscious. It occurs as a response to an event taking place. Automatic thoughts function for us to process experiences and events quickly. There are some drawbacks and benefits of automatic thoughts, which we'll get into momentarily. Automatic thoughts can be triggered by a number of things: sounds, smells, situations, events, and even people. Let's start with situations. Your classmate gives you a negative look. This might make you think that your classmate is upset with you. Similarly, smells can do the same thing for our brain. When you smell cornbread cooking, an automatic thought might trigger the image of your grandma. Lastly, sounds can also do the same thing for us. When you hear the sound of an alarm, it might make you think of your school safety procedure. If you frequented the grocery store with your parents growing up, the image of a grocery store might make you think of these experiences. Lastly, automatic thoughts can be triggered by people. For example, if I see a picture of Addison Rae, I'm gonna think of TikTok. Automatic thoughts can be inaccurate, faulty, and irrational. They can make us behave in a negative manner. For example, if a person wakes up and thinks, this is going to be a bad day, they might decide to stay in bed and stay home from school. Staying home from school and laying in bed all day might make them even more depressed and make them think more negatively. This can lead to a cycle of thinking, feeling, and behaving, known as the cognitive triangle. So, I previously mentioned the cognitive triangle. The cognitive triangle always starts with an activating event or situation. Here on this whiteboard, we start with our activating event or situation, and this leads us into the cycle of thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that make up the cognitive triangle. It's important for us to be aware of our automatic thoughts. If we can be aware of our thoughts and thinking patterns, we can learn to engage in slower, more healthy and rational thinking, feeling, and expression. Cognitive behavioral skills help us become aware of, challenge, restructure, and replace negative automatic thoughts. CBT increases a person's awareness of faulty beliefs, unhelpful thinking styles, and the negative impact they can have. This form of mindfulness can help to improve self-esteem or mood, and helps destroy patterns of thinking, feeling, and behaving that could be negative. CBT helps people create new ways of learning and how to manage or respond to problems and situations more constructively. So, in cognitive behavioral teachings, there is something called the ABC technique. This is used to interrupt irrational beliefs that could otherwise cause us to spiral and continue unhealthy cycles of behaviors. So I'm going to pull out my trusty whiteboard again. Starting with the top, we might think, I failed my exam. Our second thought or action is, I feel like a loser today, and see, I dropped the class. This is probably a more unwanted response to a negative or just unhappy situation. So a more positive response would be, again, A, I failed my exam. B, I feel like a loser, but I will study more to pass the class. And that's all that I have for you guys. Thank you so much for joining with me to talk about automatic thoughts, and I hope that you gained something helpful from this lesson. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Did you know that YMCA of San Francisco never closed? When shelter-in-place happened, we could no longer provide in-person programming. We quickly shifted to provide youth and family programming virtually. As early as April, we started providing on-demand activities in our YMCA of San Francisco YouTube channel.
For this video, we're going to be making a geodesic dome.
Today, we're going to be making a hovercraft. The science around this activity is really awesome.
In addition, we have a regular schedule of activities for our youth and families to join live. We feature read-alouds, yoga, family Zumba, arts and crafts, drawing clubs, and more. so don't miss out on our virtual youth and family offerings. Visit www.ymcasf.org for more info and class schedules.